Hey guys, what's going on today? Well, thought I'd do a little video here on some things that Terry over at buckrail.com is making for the Diana Chaser specifically, this video. He's making some pretty cool stuff. Moderators, these barrel bands for the pistols, laser lights, and then he's even got a reflex sight that even it has his buckrail.com on it, which is really, really cool, I think, anyway. You can buy these bipods from them. These aren't specific to a chaser. You can buy them for whatever you want from it. And everything is really reasonably priced. I'll link all the stuff in the description. On this particular one, this is my 177 pistol. I put one of the buttstocks on it. This stuff here, guys, is not... Terry makes these, but he doesn't make them for this application. He makes them for the like 1377, 1322 optic mounts. And I went ahead and I had some extra ones. So I went ahead and clamped them onto the barrel to mount other things too. I've got this laser, which you can get from Terry. And then this flashlight's, that's my setup that I put on there. So but I'm going to show you guys, I'm not, like the moderator, it's pretty straightforward. You just screw it on. Mounting this is pretty simple. But to mount this barrel band and these clamps, if you do decide to get those to mount extra stuff, you have to remove the barrel to do so. This, because you have to bring it on from the back, you're not going to get it over this front blade. And then these, because they won't, even taken completely apart, this part here will not fit under this gap. So if you take it apart, it's a little fitty getting it together, but it will work, as you can see. And then you can mount other accessories if you want to. Some people might think that's a little bulky and gaudy. So anyway, so I'm going to get this thing taken apart, and I'll show you guys how we do that. My main point for this part is I wanted to talk to you about these bolts, or these set screws rather. So on these chasers, I'm trying to get it to focus here, guys. It's being difficult. On these chasers, this middle one is a little bit longer than these other ones. None of them are long at all. They're very short. But just keep that in mind when you're putting it back together. This middle one needs to go in there, and it's the longer one. So anyway, I'm going to remove these, and I'm probably going to put the phone back up in the stand so we can go from there. Okay guys, just real quick before we switch up there, I wanted to show you this. Got these taken off, and you can see this guy does not fit under that barrel. That's why you have to remove the barrel to put them in. So you take them off, and you'll see. You lay them in there, start your stuff in, and go from there. Alright guys, here we go. Going to start out by loosening actually this barrel band. You can, hopefully it'll focus. You guys can see there's nuts on this side. It's not that, it's this one. Loosen these up a little bit. When we take it all apart, we can just slide it right off. Probably plenty. I'm going to remove this cap. I should have taken that off. I think it'll go over that, but it's just one less thing to have to fight. So, get that guy off of there. Now we're going to loosen up these screws. I take them completely out, just so there's no chance of the screws tearing up any O-rings. I suppose you wouldn't necessarily have to take them all the way out, but I do. Trying to make this quick like a bunny. Alright. Throwing them in a little tin because I don't want them to get away. Now, on these chasers, guys, sometimes some are tighter than others coming out, but we're just going to start turning this a little bit. You don't have to crank on it, and just start pulling, nice and easy. There's these little tiny O-rings that go on here, and boy, they get tore up easy. So, and we are out. Now, we get this guy to slide off the front here. Things went flying. There we go, guys. We got our barrel removed. As you can see that these fit pretty snugly. Probably would help to loosen it some more. Yeah, they're pretty loose actually. Just a tight fit. It's been a while since I had this put this on there. So I guess I don't necessarily have to pull that out of there to show you guys. So here's the barrel band. You can see bipod mounts nicely on there. So you get the idea here. Barrel slides through there, and then your tube. Even with it, the tolerances are that good on this piece that when you go to put it together, it's a snug fit even without tightening down the screws. So we're gonna go ahead and pop it back together. Hold on. If you guys watch my videos, you've probably heard me say this before. Lubrication is your friend. That's a big deal with these chasers, putting them back together. You just want to make sure you got a little bit of oil on these so that when it goes back together, hopefully you don't tear up your O-rings. They tear up real easy, guys. That's why if you bought a brand new chaser in the package, you'll notice there's a bag and it has extra little tiny O-rings on it because they're pretty much anticipating that you're going to tear them up. So like that, push, and push a little bit more. There, now our barrel's back on, but you know what, I forgot to put these guys on, so we're not done yet. I'm going to pull it back out a little bit. Give a little bit of play. Let's see if they'll go. Here towards the front, slide that one down. These nuts are staying in there. Sometimes they will fall out. So if they do, you just got to put them back, which it may happen here before we get done. There. Now we got even more to deal with as far as putting these back together. There. Just like that. Now, also, like I said, the middle screw is a little bit longer. There's also right here, down inside here in the barrel, there's a little divot in the barrel where that longer one goes. So I just kind of try to look down the gun and try to line your trigger blade up as close to straight up as you can get it. Let me get my long one out here. Let's see if I can show this to you guys. If I can get it out. This is the longest one. Right there. Hopefully it'll focus. If it does, you guys can see how short that thing is. And the other, like I said, the other ones are even shorter. Now you can Loctite these if you want. I don't, because it's not like it's a Springer. So don't worry about it. So when you tighten this one down, guys, your barrel might move a little bit. If you have that, by moving I mean back and forth like this, when that screw gets down there and starts getting into that divot, it's going to straighten that barrel out right where it needs to be. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten this one down. Like so. Guns back on. That's probably the hairiest part of this whole deal, guys, is pulling that barrel in and out. It's not really a big deal, but if you have a noticeable loss in feet per second, or if you don't have a chronograph and but you just notice when you're shooting it might be a little inconsistent in accuracy or something like that, where before it was really good. You might need to remove the barrel again and put new O-rings on it. So I'm going to put the rest of it back together, and then we'll come back and talk about it a little bit more. All right, guys, just a couple more things I want to touch on here. The Reflex Sight here has 3 or 4 different reticle options. Crosshair, circle with a dot, and another crosshair with a circle and a dot in the middle of it. Red and green for color. You can switch in between. The laser is nice. It has a adjustable for windage and elevation on it, so to get it really dialed in. So it's really, these accessories really make the gun nice. It's nice that there's an option out there for a moderator, because these pistols don't come with them. And so it's nice to be able to have something out there, that an option to go out and buy one, reasonably priced too. I don't know the prices right off the top of my head, but like I said, I'm going to link in the description each one of these things individually, so you guys can go down there and click on the links and go over there. Something I always ask that you guys do, if you do go buy something from Terry, and you can message him when you're buying the item, I believe, and just let him know that you that Big J sent you over there. I like to try to help Terry out and sell as much product for him as I can, and so I appreciate it if you guys would do that. So that's about all there is to say on this video. You guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.